This is Marina, and you are listening to High Energy Fitness Musical Health Talk. We are at a tempo of 126 beats per minute. So as usual, I want you to feel loaded with energy. Abdominal muscles in and up. Chest is high. Great big smile. Drop the chin to take the tension off the back of the neck. Yeah, it's your time. It's your musical health time. We have two of the cast members of STOMP with us today. Gonna talk to them. Yeah? Loaded people. You got it.
Move it all around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Be the best around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Don't you mess around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Move it all around. Oh, loaded.
That's how it goes.
Loaded. Loaded. Loaded.
All right, well, that's enough of that. I am being joined today by the fabulous Brandon Osborn that has lost 70 pounds with Marina. How you feeling there today, man?
You know, I'm feeling great. How are you?
I'm feeling good. Are you loaded with energy?
Loaded. All
Loaded.
the time.
Brandon Osborn, thank you for being here.
Move it all around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Be the best around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Don't you mess around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Move it all around. Oh, loaded, loaded.
All right, well, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. I'm also being joined today by two of the cast members of STOMP, John Angeles
Hello.
and Brad Holland.
Also, hello.
Nice to see you guys. What you guys do every night in New York City and in the show STOMP is unbelievable and miraculous on that stage. I have to tell you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Much respect.
Appreciate it.
Much respect. They got it going on, STOMP and all that. They're loaded.
Catch me now, I'm falling. Move it all around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Be the best around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Don't you mess around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Move it all around.
All right, here's the point of the show. We're at 126 beats per minute. So to our listeners that are not viewing us today, just using your ears, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and simply, if you can, bop to the beat or walk in place for your musical health. So that's the point. I mean, what you guys do every night in that show STOMP is extremely physical. Extremely physical. Takes tremendous wind control. And that's fitness. Yeah, Brad? I mean, you're not getting any younger there, man. How do you do this every night?
Thanks for pointing that out.
I know. You know, I'm here to please.
No, sometimes we do it twice a day, too. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's definitely a workout. It's a little bit more deceiving than you think it is, though. There's 8 people on stage, but you have little breaks designed in there, so you go hard for like 10 minutes, and then while somebody else is working hard, you get like a little 2-minute break, and then it's well structured that way. So it's not just
Unbelievable.
an hour and 45 minutes of constant. You get, you know,
Pretty close to that, though.
breathing time. It depends on the part you play. Like John plays one of the lead roles,
Yes.
Sarge, and there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Totally.
Yeah, I would say physically and also of the roles that I've done, it's mentally the most exhausting as well, because you have to take the audience more into consideration, as well as your own personal show, as well as guiding the cast along as well.
Yes.
So it's not only physically but mentally and sometimes emotionally exhausting.
You bet.
Did you feel the weight? Like if the audience isn't feeling the show,
Yes.
that role in particular, you feel everything that's wrong with it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you're trying to get them to come along with you and keep them loaded with energy. I always have to come back to my lyric. You know what I'm talking about?
Rock it.
John Angeles, Brad Holland in the studio today, Brandon Osborn. This is Marina. You're listening to High Energy Fitness Musical Health Talk.
Move it all around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Be the best around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Don't you mess around. Oh, loaded, loaded. Move it all around. Oh, loaded.
All right, well, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. This is Marina. You're listening to High Energy Fitness Musical Health Talk. Always talking about hearing the music, feeling the beat, and never stop moving in your body and your life. It's all about you, your musical health time. You got it going on. So, how did this happen for you, John? I mean, you're in the show STOMP for how long now?
4.5 years.
4.5 years. And you came from where?
I came from Fort Worth, Texas.
Really? We have two Texas people.
Yeah.
Brandon's a little applause in the studio. I like the sound effects. I like that.
In Alabama. Woo!
Oh, there you go. All these
We're on
southern
Texas right
people.
now.
I love it. I know. It's like, excuse me. Excuse me, Brad. It's John's time here right now. All right. So you came from Texas, and what happened as a kid? Musical as a child?
Yes, I've been ever since I come from a family of 7, and all the kids, my brother and my 3 sisters, we went through dance and music as kids. I didn't really dance that much because I was probably about when I was 5 years old. I was the only boy in all the dance class, and all the girls made fun of me. So I stopped dancing after that. And then I just played piano, and then played drums, and then went all the way through high school and college studying music. And I was actually a music teacher for. I taught a high school band director right out of college for a little bit, but I wanted to perform. I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to play. So I love teaching, but it just wasn't right for me. At some point, I believe I'll go back to it, but I want to play more than I want to teach.
But you teach every night. I mean, really, what you're doing on that stage and pulling an audience along with you is definitely being a teacher.
Yeah.
It's being an educator.
How about the DCI and the Moscow circus too?
Yeah, well, yeah. When I was in college, I took marching band. I was in marching band, a rudimental drummer, and I took it to the next level off of that is called Drum Corps International, and I marched with a drum corps based in Rosemont, Illinois, called the Cavaliers. Okay. And basically, it's called the Summer Music Games, where it's just basically almost 4 months. It's on when the champions are on ESPN too. Yeah. But basically, it's just 4 months of 14 hours a day, marching, drumming, and we have it's like a 13-minute show of just the most physical activity and demanding mental everything I've ever done. One of those things like I wanted to quit every single day. Of course. I didn't, and then we won it. We won the world champions at the end, so it was amazing. The most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life, but also the most painful.
Well, that's what I call musical health. I mean, people don't realize that either. You bring up marching band, thinking back to when we were kids and in high school, marching band, really, having to stand up tall, abdominal muscles in and up, maybe play a wind instrument, and bang on something and march up and down the field. Total musical health, man.
Yeah.
Yeah? Totally. This is Marina. You're listening to High Energy Fitness Musical Health Talk. I'm here with 2 of the cast members from STOMP, John Angeles and Brad Holland. Also here with Brandon Osborn. We went to see STOMP together, Brandon.
Yeah.
It was fabulous.
Oh, it's amazing, yeah.
We just loved it. We just loved the whole thing.
Loved the whole thing.
We did. And the audience was cool that night that we went. And I love the fact that with STOMP, just to tell our listeners, if you've not seen the show, that it's very international because there's no dialogue. There's no spoken dialogue. There's emotional dialogue.
Yeah.
And physicality. Yeah. Which is amazing. And Brad Holland did this thing that evening with a newspaper, which was quite miraculous, my friend.
There was more than one newspaper. It wasn't just a newspaper. But yeah.
What's the deal with that?
We talked about that before. And there's so many parts in the show that musically and theatrically can be, improv every single night.
Yes.
Like that night, I chose to be the kind of silly guy, whereas I could also be the mass murder guy if I want to. But in that moment, I got to improv theatrically, whereas John, when he plays Sarge, he can improv musically. Yes. His hands and feet opening, everything, which is why people end up doing it. Like I've done it for 10 years now, and some people have done it for 16 years.
Wow.
There's not that limitation like in a normal Broadway show where you go out and do this choreography and you sing this song, you hit this note. You have the opportunity to, just do whatever you want to each night as long as it fits well in the skeleton of the show.
Well, that's also in the direction. I mean, is this how the director gave you that liberty to do that? Is that how it was addressed?
I think that's how he hires people. He kind of finds personalities, big personalities, whether your strength is music or your strength is theater. You're chosen for that reason, and you're allowed to just bloom in that role as that. With that power. I love that.
I love the fact that with STOMP, really, it's the only musical going that even touches on the idea of musicality and physicalization in the audience with still a fourth wall. Because, nobody really wants to be pointed out. None of us do. I don't want to be. So when you do things in a group that way, it's very safe.
Sure.
And it feels like you're all together.
I'll make sure to point you out next time, though.
Oh, yeah, thanks, John. I could depend on you for that. This is Marina, and you're listening to High Energy Fitness Musical Health Talk. Talk. I'm here with Brandon Osborn, John Angeles, Brad Holland, and we're talking about, movement and fitness and music and all that good stuff. And this next song I chose for you is called Walking Whisper, because we're going to get you guys to vocalize today, but I'm doing it gently. I believe in spoon feeding. I've raised 3 children, so I know how to spoon feed these children. Talking about your breakfast. Let's talk about more food today.
More oatmeal.
More oatmeal.
Yeah,
this is his drug of choice, it seems to me.
It's great. I know it probably seems boring, but it's great because it's filling. It's good. It tastes great to me. I like it, and it works for me.
Yeah,
it's helped me lose weight. So.
Totally. You're doing a good job. Did you work out today?
I haven't yet. I'm going to. Well, I was going to walk home. It looked like it's
kind of pouring today here in New York City. It's kind of pouring.
Yeah, if not, I'll go home and do some aerobics.
Totally. Abdominal muscles in and up. Chest is high, yeah? So to our listeners, just for a moment, taking a musical health break, if you will, we are at a tempo of 134 beats per minute. Feel the beat, people. You got it. You got it. Nice and easy. Check your alignment. All right, I talk about aerobic breathing, you guys. Aerobic breathing and singing is exactly the same thing. You inhale through the nose and you exhale through the mouth. And as you do so, you pull your stomach in. It's really not that deep. So as a singer, that's what we are being taught, aerobic breathing. And we're going to be having Robert Mark Kamen on the show next week. My brother-in-law, he wrote the Karate Kid movies. So we're going to talk all about, Sanchin and Ki and all that good stuff. You're going to be on the show with him, right? Ki.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm excited.
You're going to be on.
Yeah, I grew up with that movie. So
we're going to talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Totally. Do you sing, Brad?
I have sung.
You have sung, and you sung a little bit that evening that I went to see Stomp.
That's true. A little bit of Smooth Operator.
You did a very good job. Actually, how you sang was very, very difficult because it's much harder to control the air the way that you did with the breath.
I'm a big guy, but I have a nice falsetto.
Yeah. Get up there. Yes, you can. You do this character. Yes, I can. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Just love it. All right, awesome. Song is called Walking Whisper, guys. Just feel the beat. You got it. Walking Whisper. To our listeners at home, another little trick, sitting up nice and tall, abdominal muscles in and up, chest is high. I'm squeezing my inner thighs together, yeah? And I'm simply picking my feet off the floor about 1 inch, and doing little presses, just little presses, working those lower abdominals. My abdominal muscles are in and up, my chest is high, my shoulders are down, my chin is down, yeah? Now I'm just holding my feet up, just hold, just stay. And let the legs go down. Brandon Osborn was doing it in the studio. Did you feel the little burn in your tummy, baby?
Yeah, it always hits that lower area that everyone, well, not you guys, but other people have problems with.
Real people.
Oh, we got them. We got those problems.
But yeah, I love it because it does. It burns it every time.
Totally. And I always tell people, I've had 3 children, and with my first, I had 32 hours of labor and then a C-section. So my stomach is smiling at me. It's like a little pouch. It's very fabulous. I like to brag about that a lot. This is Marina, and you're listening to High Energy Fitness Musical Health Talk. Well, at STOMP in New York City with John Angeles and Brad Holland. Let me see how many times I can say your names today. Let's say it like that. You like it. You're feeling it, right? John Angeles. We're going to sample it. We got it. John Angeles. Okay.
Brad Holland.
There you go. John Angeles. Brad Holland. Okay. We're done with that. Okay, that's enough of that. But anyway, I like to talk about the shout. And you see, stomp and shout could really go together. So I put little shouts in this one, and I don't know, maybe the people at home, if they're alone, not if they're at work or anything, or in the middle of a show, but maybe they'll shout. You're going to shout with me. All right, because that's what it's all about. It's all about inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And as a singer, we're also taught to keep our ribs away from our lungs because the soft tissue is in the back. So you want to keep those ribs nice and tall. So I inhale through the nose, I exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. You got to move it every day to stay in shape, like the guys from STOMP and Brandon Osborn. You got it, people.
Gotta move it every single day. Gotta move it every single day. Gotta move it every single day. Now move. Gotta move it every single day. Gotta move it every single day. Gotta move it every single day. Now move.
All right, because when we ki, we go, hey! Give me a little yell, Brad Holland. G.I. There you, I love it. I loved it. It's so controlled. Give me a little yell, John. A little yell. Hey! Perfect. Fabulous. I'm feeling the whole thing. You know how to yell with me. He does it actually at Pearl Studios in a dance studio with me.
Yeah.
That one over there. Great.
Yeah, when you get like 30 people doing it.
Awesome. Killer.
Let's hear you do it now.
Hey!
You got it.
Gotta move it every single day. Move it every single day. Move it every single day. 1, 2, 3. Gotta move it every single day. Gotta move it every single day. Move it every single day. 1, 2, 3. Gotta move it every single day.
I love it. They're so well trained. I love entertainers in New York. That was like perfect. I have like my own choir here with the guys from STOMP.
Hey.
Totally. Hey. Hey. Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to, in our second section, we always do some working out. And I actually have a track loaded up from Brad Holland that he wrote.
Thank you.
So we're going to listen to
I appreciate you
music.
playing it.
Thanks. I appreciate you giving it
It's
to me.
about 120, 128.
Yeah.
Per beats per minute. Also,
Something like that.
it's pumped up. That's why I chose it.
Totally. Maybe we'll do some like quad exercises to it. Ooh, baby. Work our quadriceps and our buttocks. Maybe. Feel it, people. That's enough of that. This is Marina. You're listening to High Energy Fitness Musical Health Talk. I'm here with John Angeles and Brad Holland from STOMP. Brandon Osborn, New York City-based actor and voiceover specialist that has lost 70 pounds with Marina. Let me have the applause again, please, in the studio. I'm feeling it. I like it. You got it, guys. It's your time. It's your musical health time. Feel good about you. I'm proud of you for being motivated by yourself today, yeah? It's all about you. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Feel the beat. Enjoy the music. Have a good time with your workout. It doesn't have to be a homework assignment. It should be fun. Come on, man. I don't want to have a problem. I don't want to be yelled at. I want to have a good time. Feel the music, guys. Feel it.